バート王様とひと夏のランデブー。私の太ももくらいの高さの子に相当されちゃった。疑いますね。離れてよ。聞いてるよご主人様。おりゃもう帰る時間ね。めんどいな。じゃあね。05フォローの中でも
Hello, Claire. It's kind of weird seeing, Oh, hey, a rare... Yep, rare stream. Yeah, not, I was writing a script a few hours earlier. Kind of hit a stump. Not really sure if I want to do anything tonight, so... Just gonna relax and have some ginger ale. Hello, Jago. It was weird for a moment seeing, like... The viewer count jumped to like upwards of 6 and then back down, but nobody say anything. I guess people were just taking a peek at what I was doing. Do let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted. Can't sleep? Oh, well. I've got maybe like 2 more hours in me tonight before I need to think about going to bed for work. Notification from Fox's Discord. Is that... That's not automatic, is it? Also, I thought Discord integration for like interfaces was for Twitch. I didn't realize there might have been like a YouTube broadcast. Don't have school tomorrow? All right. Well, I guess we'll see how long this really goes. I'm not really sure. I honestly, oh, hey. Some of these, honestly, there are some of these doppelganger bosses that I would actually kind of like to just fight in a deadly assault. Granted, they might need to have a little bit more to their movesets for that to happen. But if you've ever been a fan of like Kingdom Hearts games, you know that the humanoid-sized bosses are always the most difficult ones, and also the more compelling ones to fight. Alerts for gotcha? Oh, thank you, Fox, I guess. I don't know about y'all. Lately, I've been thinking about trying to get Fox to maybe play something else other than ZZZ, like just a regular video game. I'm not really sure what is his tastes though, but I think he could definitely go for maybe playing something out, putting something else in his wheelhouse. Anyway, what was this thing? Oh yeah. I think I might have seen people talking about how it's going to be an Ellen Hugo rerun. An Ellen Hugo rerun next patch. And I'm hoping that's the case, because I think I might have already said this before, but I'm going to go all in. Mindscape 6 Ellen. I don't know if I want to get W Engine 5 Ellen, though. Still thinking about that one. The last time I maxed out a character's weapon was also the first time I maxed out a character's weapon, and that was Raiden Shogun and Genshin. Never again. And that was back when in Genshin when you had to lose twice to get a weapon guaranteed. Boy, were those fun days. Free Bonyu? Hey. As nice as that sounds, if they're going to give a free character, they're going to do it during during 2.5 as like to onboard more people onto the patch. But if they were to do that, then logically speaking, if Zhao and Yixing Wang were to come out at the same time, then it would be Zhao for free, presumably. Now, I know a lot of people who want Zhao, specifically, like, if you're in ZA's community, they are big Zhao lovers, massive Zhao lovers, so they might go crazy if that was a possibility, but I don't think that's the case. You know what I think would be nice? Is that, I don't think anybody here's played Girls Frontline 2, but Girls Frontline 2 in like one of their second patch, I think, for global, they gave everyone a character for free, and then there's a list of permanent challenges that you can then get to max the character out. I think that would be cool if one of the big four did that, where they just came out with a 4-star for free as like an onboard, and then during that patch they have like a bunch of events where if you do all of them, you just get to max out the character. Because there are just some points in some of these games where just trying to max out just a 4-star can be more of a pain in the ass. Before I quit Genshin in version 3.1, one of the big things that made me quit was I was trying to get Candace, because Candace had just came out, debuted with the I think it was the Sino banner in 3.1. I pulled Sino before I pulled one copy of Candace, and that was a massive frustration with me. GFL 2, but it's one game I can't fuck with doing endgame. And guns. No, I understand. Gunsmoke. Even I'm getting tired of doing Gunsmoke. I actually literally just auto-battled Gunsmoke, and funnily enough, my teams actually had pretty solid scores, so I might just start autoing Gunsmoke at this point. I'll just spend that time with the I'll just spend that time that the AI's clearing Gunsmoke for me. I'm just gonna work on thumbnails. Jower or Banyu? Yeah, either one. See, the thing is that since they HSR won't do that shit. Oh yeah, probably not. You know what I'm surprised by is that people haven't like expected after the free Doctor Ratio and the free Haramasa. I'm surprised people don't expect haven't expected additional free 5 stars at roughly around the same time period, like a year or two later. I honestly think these big name gacha games need to like give out more free 5 stars. Like they can afford it. Just do it as a like. I think they're kind of underselling positive damn it, positive plub. You know what I mean? PR. It's been a year since we got a new 4-star. For HSR, right? Yeah, yeah, talk about HSR. All you need is 2,000 per run, 2 runs a day. Yeah, we're talking about Gunsmoke. Genshin still like Genshin. I think Genshin might actually have too many might come out with way too many 4 stars. I don't know the situation with Genshin. To the specifics of how if they've made it easier to get some 4-star characters. I know sometimes they come out with like a chronicled wish banner, so you can try and get like an older 5-star, but I'm sure there's plenty of 5 stars in Genshin that are just not even worth the chronicled wish banner. I gotta say, it's nice to be back into the video making. I might have already said this. It's way easier to get a 4-star if is every punch. Oh yeah. I see True God of Destruction. Oh yeah. We did have that for March 7th, where you could get all the copies, dude. I actually really liked that March 7th event. And if I'm being entirely honest, I just loved the Hunt March 7 just as an idea, because you know, for Stell would always get like her variations in Honkai Star Rail after momentous occasions. March 7th Hunt version just got it in like this little like side plot story with like this tongue-in-cheek training montage with Yun Li and Yang Qing. I thought that was a lot of charm to it, and she was actually quite strong as well as a follow-up attacker enjoyer. I very much enjoyed March 7th. Genshin. Oh, okay. Anyway, as was do more videos outside gacha. I really like the paid of it. Thank you about that, Kyber. No, I actually wouldn't mind doing more gacha videos. I was contemplating if I wanted to do maybe a Deep Rock Galactic video, maybe even a Core Keeper video, just other videos like that. Not really sure yet. Maybe I'll start working on one on my days off. Because those ones are definitely a lot harder to like get into the groove with. It's a lot easier for me to make gacha videos because I just kind of have to like experience. Like I know where to go. I know what I need to look for, and I kind of know what I want to write down. But for like the non-gacha videos, I want to put a bit more thought into it. Getting free 5-star or new 4-star. I don't really know, honestly. Original Payday was one of my favorite games. Oh yeah, no. I have a lot of time in Payday across all the Payday games. It was the first game I played when I got a PC. It was a garbage ass laptop. No. It was like a really trashy computer with like an Intel graphics card. It didn't even have an NVIDIA card in it. And I was the dime a dozen people who started playing Payday with a trashy computer. I feel like I know there's like a large demographic of people who play PC games on like bad computers, but I feel like the Payday community in particular kind of was on board with a lot of people with trash PCs. So I'm gonna go back to Claire's comment for a second and think about like the free 5-star or new 4-star character. If I'm gonna be entirely honest, I think now Jago says free 5-star. I'm actually gonna say I would rather a new 4-star character, because if I'm being entirely honest, when they come out with 5-star characters that are free, there's always the possibility that they underperform, because the development team who puts the free 5-star out there knows that character's not going to be like a big value for them, so they put less thought and effort into it. Now, to be fair, within like the ones I know, like there's Dr. Ratio and there's Haramasa. Like Dr. Ratio was strong, so that you could go either way with that conversation. But Haramasa definitely, I think, has leaves something to be desired with Haramasa. And I pulled his W engine, and I just wish he was like I wish he got a little bit of a buff. Honestly, I think he's so close to being really fun to play, but his numbers are just so lacking. Roblox at 20 FPS. I didn't play that much Roblox when I was young. I'm gonna say the free 4-star. I think at least in the context of ZZZ, I think ZZZ needs a lot more like accessible characters to onboard certain playstyles, like Rupture, like Dual Attack, even Aftershock. I want to say to an extent, though it's not really a focus right now. Still better than any 4-star character. Yeah. Well, yeah. I can understand not picking the free 5-star, because obviously it's going to be available for a limited time. But if we're talking like from like a PR standpoint, or just general health of the game, then if you want to make that argument, then yeah, the free 5-star will help to pump up the numbers for any one gacha game. A rank got blocked behind Mindscape 2 while S rank work on that. Your favorite song from Payday is Three-Way Deal Undercover. Is it the that's the original one, right, Jago? From Payday the Heist, right? Or are we talking about the rendition one from the Wolfpack DLC remake in Payday 2? I would like 4 stars more, especially if it saves me. I also just I don't know why, but I like when I yes, okay, Jago. Just one moment. I actually have, I don't know about you guys, but if I can make a 4-star work, it feels really satisfying to make a 4-star work, because of that idea of being able to use something inferior and still being to perform on a similar enough level as a 5-star character. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it feels really good. Oh, you haven't heard the newer one? Oh, okay. My favorite track is, let me see if I can remember that name of the track. So page. So in one of the last Jagoba, one of the last DLCs that Payday 2 had, there was a song called Showdown Inferno. It was made by one of like their newest composer that works with the studio right now. Song's called Showdown Inferno for a heist called Mountain Master, where you have to take down a Yakuza gang. So it's like a three stage map as you're ascending like a high tower penthouse, and then killing off a Yakuza gang leader. I think it was a pretty fun level, and the music is awesome. It kind of feels a bit. It kind of has like hard guitar riffs that make me kind of think of Doom, but then it also has like that Japanese music that would make you think of something like what's that other boomer shooter with like the katana Hold on. Boomer shooter with katana. Bro, I can't remember this. I think it's Shadow Warrior? Is it Shadow Warrior? I think it's Shadow Warrior. Yeah, it makes me think of like a mix of like Shadow Warrior and yeah, Gustavo Tucuno. Yeah, he has good music. I like his music. Yeah, I was thinking Shadow Warrior. So the Showdown Inferno track, it kind of gives me vibes of like that. Now, I've never played, I've played Doom 2016 for maybe like 8 to 9 hours, and I haven't played any Shadow Warrior, but that's just kind of the vibe I get from it. Sadly missed out on Payday due to IRA. That's unfortunate. Payday was all I would do during my late middle school years and into, I think, no, actually it was during my high school years. That would just be what I would do all the time. My brother and I would share one computer. He would play a lot of Smite and I would play a lot of Payday too. He tried to get me into Smite a couple times. I just can't do MOBAs. I just don't feel it. Payday and Killing Floor my gym. Dude, when in like the first couple of years of Killing Floor 2, I think I was unemployed during this time. I would literally stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning, and I would just binge play Killing Floor 2, like just into the early morning. I would just do long play sessions just by myself, just solo queuing into like servers of Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 2 was really fun in like its earlier years. I don't think it's as fun nowadays because I think they added too many weapons that kind of like blurred the line between what classes do what. But it's still fun. It doesn't have like that textured experience where like the shotgun guy has the shotguns, the medic has the medic guns, the assault rifle guy has the assault rifles. Now it's like the lines are kind of blurred where there's too many like hybrid weapons that can be used across multiple characters. So it's not as defined. Hi, Rezi. Rezi, did you see Rezi that I name dropped you in my latest video saying how you were going to become the Let Me Solo Her? And I even cropped out your profile with Billy slapping his ass, and I just stuck that right on Let Me Solo Her. I don't know, just buy all of it. Oh, you haven't watched it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I just put that. I tried to crank. I quickly tried to crank that out this morning before I had to leave for work. But I was just briefly talking about how like some of us in our little circle of like creators and community members are have like our own ideas for what we want out of like the co-op content coming out soon. Your new video is comedic gold. I'll have to look at that soon. I gotta be honest. I should really, when I can, I should really take the time to watch more videos from other people. I need to watch more videos from creators that I regularly talk to, and just kind of see what they have to say, and maybe see if I can't like add anything to it or be a part of any conversation. Since I've came back, and despite the fact that I'm like kind of a part of like multiple like little sub communities now, I haven't really taken a chance to really like involve myself with them. Like I would come home for my shift. I would play maybe a little bit of games, maybe, but then I would get straight to script writing. I know, so I know I said that I would back off on like having like an unhealthy like fixation on content creation, and I think I've done a good job. I have not been pulling my phone out at bad times while at work. I've been doing that for certain, and I have been going to bed at a decent time. Now, with that being said, I should probably like maybe ease up on the brakes when it comes to like actually just coming home and just scripting videos and working on them and stuff. I should maybe slow it down a bit, but I've just been kind of so excited to just make stuff. Like I've just been having thoughts on the top of my head all the time. And also lately at work, since I got my promotion, I now work like full 8-hour shifts with 1-hour lunches, and like the last 1 or 2 hours of work lately have been like very slow, and conveniently enough, that literally gives me time to just start scripting while at work, as like things are winding down and there's nothing to really do in between waiting for like certain tasks to come up. So sometimes I will have a script done. I will have a script done before I even leave for work, and then I could just get straight to recording it when I get home. So that is pretty nice. Let's see, what are the comments? If Seed got four character star with her like lose. Yeah, no. We need a 4-star to onboard like the dual attacker archetype, and we needed that. We needed that either during 2.2 or well before 2.2. It's nice to make a 4-star work if the roster is somewhat balanced. Power disparity. Oh, that's unfortunate. I haven't heard anybody talk about Black Beacon after like that initial wave of like negativity that surrounded it. Workaholic behavior. Hey, all right, baby steps. I'm not staying up until like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I haven't been like screwing over my coworkers with pulling my phone out. Okay, we're making progress. Okay, I've had like 3 weeks to like get a lot of videos out. I can start slowing it down if I really need to. I'm sorry. Someone maybe just is a little too excited for coming back in here. I gotta be honest. There's some times where like the standard banner is like so close, and I'm thinking, what if maybe I like dip a little bit of my polychrome just into this to try and just like close out that 5-star for that S rank. Like Pinky is a niche game, but you love it. CEOS, yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm still playing Stellasaur right now. Stellasaur is really easy to just like kind of fit into my routine. It's literally just like pop on for like 10 minutes and just like you use the stamina, like 5 to 10 minutes, use the stamina need and just get off. So that's easy. Do it? No. All right. If Ellen's rerunning, first off, we need dial-in. I got enough chips to go from skill 1 to skill 12. So and I'm working on stunner components right now, and then I'll get stunner W engine components later. And I'm pretty sure they might be Miasma Priest if I read like some old reference material earlier. So I'm good on that. It's just discs right now. Need dial-in so bad. Yeah, I like dial-in. I love shock rims. I love the idea of a bladed hula hoop. I just think it's so cool. Be patient on standard banner pulls. Yeah, I know. I would love if one of these games was a bit more generous with the standard pulls. I'm not fond of the idea of people saying, "Oh, we should put characters on the standard banner I think that's a terrible idea because, one, you get the situation with Star Rail where if they put a character on the standard banner, they basically are just saying out loud, yeah, we give up. We give up with this character. We don't care anymore. Now, Star Rail does kind of have like that saving grace where like you can swap out certain characters you can lose 50/50s on. So you don't have to pull standard to maybe get those characters, but it's still like layers upon layers of chance that it just might never happen anyway. I know my brother, he would pull on a majority of banners in Star Realm. He never got Yang Qing. So by the time when he could swap standard banner characters out, he swapped his Yang Qing out, and he will never get Yang Qing now. Even if he loses 50/50, that will never be a loss on a Yang Qing. Now that's good for him, but I'm thinking of like this. I'm thinking of like this kind of scenario where someone like maybe sets a stand, like say if Zhu Yuan goes on standard banner. I'm saying Zhu Yuan because I will never say Ellen. I'm biased. Go figure. If Zhu Yuan goes on standard banner, and someone swaps them out, there's always a possibility that they'll never just get a Zhu Yuan from losing 50/50. Hey, Sec. I don't have Fujuan. I really wish I had Fujuan. I think I tried to pull for Wait, who's Fujuan? That's the short pink. That's the short pink one, right? Like isn't that the preservation unit with pink hair? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I tried getting her. I think I did like 20 pulls and got nothing. So I just said nah. This was back in like version 2. Anyway, I want to take a moment to show you guys something. I just want to confirm this for a second. I thought this was wild. Let me pull up my analytics for a moment. And I'm just going to pop this on for a second just to make sure. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay, cool. It's cool. So I get to show you this. So I came out with apologies if y'all are not used to light mode. This is just how I am. I've been called a freak numerous times about light mode. All right, unfortunate. So I come out with this video on Do It Night Abyss, and I just basically say I'm not sold on it. It doesn't look good, and you know I get quite some pushback really. Like I think this is the most divisive video I have out of the ones since I've come back. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's curious, yeah, that's how bad that was. If anyone's just curious on how people took this, yeah, they did not fucking like me after what happened here. Anyways, so I get a divisive video on Do It Night Abyss, and I look in the analytics because I'm curious if I lost anybody from doing this. I gained 3 subscribers. Okay, all right. So I'm curious, and so you know I occasionally look into this. So I go over to this video about. I go into this video about me just saying, hey, guys, I just want to change my thumbnail style because I realized like the thumbnail I made recently looks pretty good. You know what? Two people told me to go fuck myself just because I wanted to change thumbnails. Like, what? You're telling me I can say I can rile up Do It Night Abyss players and gain 3 subscribers, but I can talk about changing my thumbnails and piss 2 people off? Like, what the fuck? I don't get people sometimes. I just don't understand. Duality ZZZ players. Hello, Zeta. How dare you target the thumbnails? You can buy her for free now if you care. Oh. They're talking about Fushuan. Isn't that with like the tokens? Didn't Star Rail just give people like an exchange token very recently? In the shop as like an apology for the Siren Bow backlash? Yeah? Okay. Imagine improving. Dude, where is it? Thumbnails new. I spent the last like 48 hours just doing all of my thumbnails over. Like, I'm pretty sure if you've seen like any of my if you've just looked at my channel, I've been doing all my fun thumbnails over. I just really like it. I I can understand why full-time creators design the thumbnails like this, because, well, here, let me just pull this one up. This is very nice, honestly. You've got the text right here. It's much bigger. It's got that little like that 3 degree counterclockwise angle to help make it pop out a little bit more. You've got like the major element off to the right that's very eye catching, and then you have a secondary element up here just so you know you're making use of the space. So yeah, I'm really happy with the thumbnail style. So I'd like to keep it like this. Also get an gold code tip. Oh, spending event. Oh yeah, I know. I saw my brother get that from the spending event. Alice level of perfectionism, but it's not a. It's not. Where's Discord? It's not asymmetrical though. Alice would be pissed if she saw the asymmetry going on with my thumbnail. Seen the Ellen mod that's based on the Fez animation collab? I don't look at any mods, if I'm being honest, for ZZZ. If you mod ZZZ, cool, more power to you. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that for the most part, the ZZZ team doesn't really care if you mod ZZZ. That's not really my thing. I gotta be honest, I've never been a fan of modding in any video game. Not a Bethesda game, not any other game. Because what happens is I start modding a game, and then I never stop modding the game, and I never start playing the game. So this is just kind of like a weird limitation with me. And also, it just feels weird to me. Like, I kind of want to play games the way they were intended to by the developers. So if I mod, like, several things out or mod several things in, what's stopping me from... it sounds to me like I'm not really interested in playing the game itself, you know? I want to play, like, this weird alternate reality of the game that I have envisioned in my mind. That's not really the game I'm playing at this moment. I'm kind of curious, actually. I haven't, what's my modifiers? I haven't been keeping up on this, but since I have a Mindscape 3 Vivian, why not? Surely I could do this with a Mindscape 3 Vivian. Give me that team. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. I have the wrong modifier on. I don't want to be taking more damage. I gotta back out. Mods are crucial to games like Skyrim and vanilla. So I can understand. Obviously if you're modding to patch the game, I completely understand. I completely understand if you're modding to patch the game. For example, I love the older Saints Row games. But obviously Saints Row 2 just performs poorly on PC, so you need to get the Gentleman of the Row mod for Saints Row 2 on PC. And I did use that. I did use the vanilla patch for Saints Row 2. Where's the anomaly one? Which one do I want? Aftershock Days Dealt. Do I want this one? Where's the... No. All squad members... I think I could probably not take 5 hits. This seems like a good one. Unofficial Skyrim patch is a must. So I've not actually had too many bad issues with Skyrim bugs. My brother, when we used to play Skyrim, he had this really nasty bug where he couldn't buy property in the Dwarven City in Skyrim at like the bottom left corner of the map. With like the I don't remember the name of the location, but it has like the Forsworn and the Forsworn questline over there. I can't remember the name right now, but he loved that area and he wanted to buy the property in the area, but the game was his game was bugged and it wouldn't let him buy it. And and it would just eat him up. Just that idea. I had one weird bug in my save. This is probably a common one. I did the Companions questline like very late into a save file. So when you get like the Radiant quest where you have to like clear out abandoned camp, it doesn't work if you've already cleared the area out before that it assigns you to. Very frustrating. And that was on console, so I didn't have an option there. No coins. No coins. Let's just do encounter. Oh yeah, it's random. We're going left. Come on, somebody swing. Hello, Zombie Cookie. Just talking about modding right now. I need to buy the Yuzuha swimsuit. I have not gotten around to doing that. The hope was that I won enough of my I got lucky on my Vivian pulls, so that I could have then saved some monochrome to buy the Vivian swimsuit. That did not pan out. So, and I'm not really in the mood to drop money just yet. Though now that I think about it, I will probably need to drop some money soon if they confirm an Ellen rerun. Because we're gonna go all in. All in. Big fan of Alice and Yuza. I gotta be honest. I think Alice and Yuzuha and Vivian is like my second favorite team, if not my first favorite. I just think they all play very well with each other. I'm a big fan of Ellen, but this team just really plays well with each other. Ellen and Hugo confirmed for Dylan. I don't want to set anything in stone. I don't want to set anything in stone. Obviously, you know, subject to change. Yada yada yada. Extra. You know, I'm taking the extra dodge. ZZZ is taking advantage of making skins. I'm glad too. I've said before in a much older video. Oh. I've said before in a much older video that I feel like a lot of modern gacha games are not really taking advantage of a skin market. Now, in that video, I glazed Girls Frontline 2 a lot. Unfortunately, looks like there's been a change of plans, and glazing GFL 2 for its skin situation is not really a good idea. It's unfortunately not a good thing to do right now. So that's unfortunate. I'm not paying attention to what's going on. I don't like having to fight this dog without the telegraphs. I can't see his double hit. English VA for Yuzuha grading? Yeah, I can see that. I don't play English, but from what I would briefly hear whenever like listening to audio from someone else playing them, whether it be like watching someone else stream, I did kind of find Yuzuha's English voice to be a bit great. Alright. It's also the accelerated schedule. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not bothered by the accelerated schedule. I know a lot of people are not happy with the accelerated schedule, but it doesn't really bother me. We are gonna miss out on the advantage of being able to have like foresight into like CN patches to be prepared for certain characters and stuff, but it's not a big issue for me. Girls Frontline 2 is an easy game. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Voice is definitely a factor. I gotta be honest. When Lucia came out and I heard her JP voice, I was a bit confused. I was not expecting that kind of voice from Lucia in Japanese. W key is broken. Damn it. You yap a lot too. Bro really is streaming is for you. Yap a lot. Oh no, absolutely Fox Soul is a yapper. There is a lot of yap. It does definitely feel like Fox Soul can just go on these massive tangents over the same thing. And he could do that like every day for a week without fail. I think I would go insane doing something like that. I don't know how he keeps up with it. can't see. Man, why did I have to get Thanatos? Oh yeah, I gotta kill these guys in 3 minutes. These suck. When I was trying to do higher difficulty challenges and got it. When I was trying to do higher difficulty challenges and it's called Divergent Universe in HSR, is it? I kept calling it Neurodivergent Universe for a while there as like a joke, but I think it's called Divergent Universe. I kept getting cucked either because I was getting the wrong buffs or I was getting like paired with a boss that I just couldn't really kill. I think it was like Threshold 6 Divergent Universe I was struggling with, so I just gave up on it. Favorite universe. I'm never gonna sit here and try and fight a boss for like 4 days and like over 20 hours. You won't catch me doing that. Ellis and Bernice buff makes dread. Samby won't be around for rerun. Dude, I have no idea why Anby is not. Can I see that here? No. I gotta be honest. I kind of want Anby. I kind of want Soldier Zero Anby. I skipped her. I kind of want her. I don't know. But I don't know why. I think it might be the belly button. And that's really weird to say, but I think I just see the belly button and I think, yeah, I kind of want that. I kind of want that. You got Seed. I kind of wanted Seed, but then the second I used Seed in our trial, I realized, yeah, I don't like how this plays. How did I manage to kill the Thracian before the Thanatos? You just die already. Thank you. Anby the best? Yeah. I gotta be honest. I really like the little burger hair clip that they gave Soldier Zero Anby. I think it looks great. They're buffing every character except Nekomata. Do you think at some points, like, they neglect Nekomatas for so long that they have to keep it going? They can't, like, do anything about it. They just keep going. I just realized I don't know what gear I have on. I don't even think I picked the right gear. Did it even let me pick gear? I don't think it let me pick gear. What gear did I pick at the start? Oh, no. I think I picked the right one. I think I picked the one I like. All right. Oh yeah, the reruns happen. No, I grabbed Trigger. I grabbed Trigger because I was sick and tired of not having lighter for my Ellen. So I like did a lot of digging to see if like Trigger was like a good substitute for lighter, and it looks like it is with W Engine, obviously. After moving for a while, I don't know if I want this. I'll grab this. Let's get the gear. I mean, I know this is gear. Grace Bloom dealing more damage than Vivian. There was a period of time where I did use Vivian Grace. Vivian power creep. Hey. Nobody mention how strong Vivian is. Nobody for a second utter a single word about how strong Vivian is, because the longer she can go being a strong character without anyone saying anything... My Alice just died. I know she's going to respawn, but I don't want to waste the respawn now. Nobody mentioned anything about how good Vivian is. Nobody say a word. All right, we got to keep her strong for as long as possible without anyone realizing. Save him for sure, yeah. Oh yeah, I have the attack over right now. It's been a while since I've been able to get use out of my Yanagi. This team I have is just so strong. Oh. Alright, well that just pissed me off. It's alright, Vivian never gets hit, so I can get hit this one time. Don't I have a healing effect on right now? Oh, wait, Grace is getting a bloom mechanic? Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, that sounds interesting. I gotta be honest, I haven't looked at any, like, the Soldier 11 or Grace anything. That sounds interesting. It'll be fun to see where that goes. Still don't nobody say anything about Vivian. We still gotta keep that going. Currently the best team in game for general usage use Vivian Alice. I'm more of a fan of oh, yeah. Pulled for Yanagi's W inch. Oh, yeah. I gotta be honest. A big reason why I pull signature W engines is just so I don't have to grind gear, because usually the stats on the discs are so good that I can just go AFK on some of the gear and just worry about that later. I could just start playing them immediately. I don't have to worry about poorly planned gear setups. I was in the chat I think it was this morning or maybe yesterday morning, and Foxsoul was just talking to Argo about like the more complex way you're supposed to be playing Miyabi to get the most out of her. And all I was thinking the whole time when they were like trying to explain like the management is I was just thinking, yeah, I use Alice, so I don't have to give a shit, and I'm glad I don't have to. I gotta wipe my glasses. But I never learned how to use Miyabi, in all honesty, and I don't think I ever will. Give me that one. Dodge counter. Oh, yeah. I'll take that one. Ambi doesn't have a icon gimmick. I must not be understanding. I don't use crit. Okay, whatever. This better not be... Wait, who do I not want to fight here? You know what? Wait, this is actually wait, this is actually... Alright, I just got hit. I just restarted. I don't know if I want to be fighting regular Pompeii with like his 2 life bars. I don't know if this is going to be troublesome. Planning to play multiplayer with your brother in ZZZ? If you're talking about ZZZ multiplayer, that honestly just all depends on my brother, because I got to be honest, my brother for a while now has been talking about quitting ZZZ, but I guess he just coincidentally has had like a reason from patch to patch to keep sticking around with the game. But he definitely seems to be out of any of the Hoyoverse games, he's definitely had the least patience for ZZZ. Like he's played Genshin since launch, like every day with like little to no complaints. He's played Star Rail and he's been kind of all right in like contempt. He's just never had like too big of an issue, but with ZZZ, he just complains a lot about it. I'd like for him to be around by the time multiplayer comes out. I don't think it's too much of a stretch. You know, if he's stuck around long enough to be in 2.3, I think he'll stick it out for 2.5. We are your brothers. I've got quite the big family. All right. So when I said something about like flash telegraphs are kind of helpful, how am I supposed to see his little arm whip that shit? Like, come on. Alright, if he hits me again, we're not gonna restart. Just don't suck. Just don't suck. Just don't suck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so bizarre. Maybe I should just ability dump. Oh, I guess I could use the invulnerability frames of like the Bangaboo swap. Can you give me an opening? Can you give me an opening? Thank you. Get off the bike. Get off the bike. Get off the damn bike. Thank you. You're right. You're right. The damage numbers. The damage numbers. Off. Well, he's already in phase 2. It's like I can see him. I can see him with the giant hammer. I'm not gonna be caught off guard by the giant hammer. Oh, I guess he doesn't get me as him back. Alice can just whiff that? Oh, well. I'm really glad that. Okay, all right, just have your fit in the corner. I'll just be over here. I love that they gave Yusaha a parry. It's just so fun to just whip out at random. I'm so glad they added Wandering Hunter to this mode. I was so sick of fighting Miasma Priest. Wandering Hunter is just so much of a better fight. Got him. All right. I hope you start streaming more often too. I don't know. I honestly I don't have like I don't have a reason not to stream, and I don't have a reason like to stream per se. It's just kind of just a vibe thing, really. Appreciate regular things. Yeah, sure, why not? It would be kind of easier if maybe just had like one more person here in like chat, whether it be like my brother or somebody else, to kind of keep things going. Hello, Mix-a-Cup. Because I will admit, if anyone was there for the stream when 2.3 came out, my brother was doing a absolute shit ton of like work keeping the stream going with the conversation. Which, by the way, if you were one of the people here in the chat during that time, there was like only like maybe like eight people during that time. Y'all made for some great conversation with my brother. Do I want to go to shop or want to go to harvest? I think I can do harvest. Challenge. Mix a cat. I did say mix a cup, didn't I? Hello, mix up cat. Oh, fuck me. All right. I can just do this. Oh, I can't with the shield. Okay, that's one. Do this. And so I can argue brothers things losing. Right, it would be great. You got to understand. There's something gratifying about having someone else to argue takes with my brother, because you know he can yap just as much as me, so you kind of need somebody in there to like break the stalemate. Mixed up, shouting out the mix up cat. The cat is named Cup. I can imagine why. Oh, load times? Oh, that blows. I'm on PC, so I another one? Okay, come on. That's a. Okay, you know what? If you're just gonna be like that. I gotta be. If you play like on console, my heart goes out to you. Now or mobile, of course, yeah. On mobile also, my heart goes out to you. you give me something to parry. Plans to improve the mobile experience? Hope so. Hopefully it's not like Wuthering Waves where it helps and then something else goes wrong anyway. Okay, I just can't shatter him at this point. I'm just gonna have to just brute force this, ain't I? Give me something to parry. Bro, come on. Finally. I don't like fighting the dog anyway, so it's probably best that I like whittle him down while he still has the armor on. Which character are you looking forward to the most in ZZZ? Right now, just dialing really. I'm not really. I don't really have like any strong feelings for any character that's not out yet right now. I only really cared about like Alice and Yuzuha. Even then, it was just Yuzuha in like the reveals because I just really liked her color palette. So everything else, like I've only been pulling reruns. Like I got Yanagi, I got Trigger, I got Astra Yao, maybe got like one other character during this patch, but that's about it. I don't want this one. Still been playing Stella? Yeah. I've been playing Stellasora. I've not. My brother. I think my brother's like been doing as much as possible. I have not. I've dabbled like in some of like the alternative modes, but I've not really been like making big like leaps in progression. Really, I've just been kind of spending my stamina and just getting off. I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm just kind of waiting. I don't want to quit playing it yet, but I don't really have a reason to keep playing per se. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna see what happens. If I just get too bored with it, then I guess I'll drop it. It's kind of a shame, but You're trained. Ah, jeez. Pearl. When I worked at my previous job for 6 years, I had to rely on buses. And holy shit, the buses in my area, just about the most painful thing I had to deal with. Because, first off, it was like one bus every 30 minutes. And obviously, like, they could come early or they could come late. And, the most frustrating thing for me was having to, like, set aside, like, 30 minutes to an hour before work to make sure that I could get on the bus and not miss it to get to work on time. And when I would work on Saturdays, they would only run one bus an hour. And the worst part is that my old workplace was on an intersection on the other and the bus stop was on the other side. So there was several times where I would miss the bus because I was on the other side of a busy crosswalk. And I would just get so pissed. And there were days where I would just straight up just like drop $20 just get in the Uber. Like, it was so frustrating. And not only that, but also like having to pay the fare and then watch a bunch of like dipshits who don't respect like the transit system just get on and not pay their fare at all. It was very frustrating. And you can bet that's why fare keeps going up, aside from like general like inflation across the board, but it's also because just people are using the bus without paying for it all the time. So frustrating. I'm so glad that my current job, I don't have to worry about transportation at all. Like, it's a massive boon. Some of the most reliable public transit. Hey, that's good. That's good. A 2-hour way every way? Oh, jeez. Chaos Zero Nightmare. I've not been paying attention to I've been not paying attention to Chaos Zero Nightmare at all. I saw like that insane controversy about like how Korean players are like potentially trying to force the devs into a story rewrite, and that's it. That's all I know about Chaos Zero Nightmare. I want that one. Yeah, that sounds awful, Pearl. Can I see what's in here? I don't want any of these. No, thank you. I'm from that's Seattle, right? Reliable oxymoron. SEA is Seattle, right? Or is that somewhere else? Oh yeah, no, yeah, it is a story. It is a story. Right, it's a zombie cookie. Yep, Wandering Hunter. I'm just gonna dump this. Oh, Southeast Asia. I'm gonna be honest here. All right, history was my worst class subject every year in high school, every time. And you know, geography is kind of like an offshoot of like history to an extent. You could you know, shit talk me if that mindset sounds stupid. It might, but not been my strong suit. Not been my strong suit. Oh yeah, I'm just supposed to be pressing. I'm not supposed to be waiting for a flash because there is no flash. So why does he need a shield when he's already got a miasma shield? Your history sucks too. Oh good, I'm in great company. Oh wait, oh hi Vanessa. I didn't even realize that was you. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Do I like the miasma as a mechanic? So the way I treat the miasma mechanic in ZZZ is, if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, specifically like the data battle boss fights in like the remix version of Kingdom Hearts 2, or just in general, enemies have like this built-in mechanic where when Sora hits them enough, they get to like retaliate in an uninterruptible fashion, and then there are times where like they get to use like a desperation move where you just can't do anything to them. That's how I look at miasma, is that the devs saw that enemies were getting slapped around too much, so they needed to create this kind of system in the game to allow enemies to do something, and then the player has to respond to that. I have no issue with miasma. My issue with miasma is the big, like, gluttonous, avarice, ethereal enemy that debuted with miasma. That big, like, fat guy with, like, the tongue in his gut. I think that was just a really, really bad boss to debut miasma. Because if you look at, like, say, the Sacrifice Jester, that was a great boss with miasma. If you look at Wandering Hunter, this is a good boss with miasma. Fiend is debatable. I'm not too bothered by Fiend personally. Defiler, also bad, just a bad boss in general. Not even talking about that. And like Doppelganger Jang, not a good boss. I'm pretty sure like miasma. The other boss in the Shu defense rotation, the guy with like the weird white coat and like his doppelganger, I think he's a solid miasma boss. I just think his defense is too high. They obviously just want you to pull a rupture character, but I think miasma is fine. Miasma was never the problem. It always comes back to bad enemy design. Hugo, good boss with miasma. So the weird thing about Miasma Hugo is that when he pops it, he then does like the slow mode where you need to parry him like 3 or 4 times. So it's like, it doesn't really do anything. You're gonna want to parry Hugo 3 to 4 times anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter. So it's like, okay, whatever. Miasma I don't think we haven't had a chance to fight Miasma Monato yet in Shiyu. So, but I'm going to assume Miasma Monato is not that much of a step up from regular Doppelganger Monato. You're just gonna want to parry him a lot. So it's like, I'll wait and see on that one. Pretend it's like a Hades shield. I don't remember that from Hades, if I'm being honest. I agree. I'm not a fan of Miasma Chain though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill him. I would actually like to fight Doppelganger. I would love to fight Doppelganger Hugo without the flash telegraphs. Because I'm curious if Doppelganger Hugo without flash telegraphs is easy to read, or if he swings his scythe around too much and too flashy that it kind of makes it hard to tell when you're supposed to parry him. I'm curious if we'll ever get to fight Hugo without telegraphs. I know he's in the first floor of Hollow Zero, and I could very much run into him if I were to fight him here, but floor 1 Hollow Zero is not too difficult, so I don't think it's an accurate representation. Rerunning Masma, I'm glad they did not. I'm glad. Oh yeah. I'm glad they replaced Masma Chain. I'm not in the mood to fight another Masma Chain. Well, one Hugo all 15 modifiers. I mean, maybe. I have a feeling you can just kind of brute force him, though. So much stuff going on. Off topic. Did you end up getting Auto Mommy? I did not. I did not pull for. I did not pull for her. I did not pull for. I have something I want to say about that in a moment, though. I do have something I want to say about that. Okay, so after my brother pulled for Yadari, that same day, or I think it might have been like a day. No, it was like a day or two later. He wanted me to like watch him like do Yadari and like kind of help him out with like his rotations and stuff. And you know, I was kind of helping him like give advice on like his team's. By the way, his team for Yadari is Lycon and Caesar. His M1 Caesar. He's not going to use Pan, you, or anybody else. That's what he's going with. You know, I don't think it's too bad of a team, but the thing is that he didn't want to use Lycon, and he didn't want to use Caesar for the stunning potential. He's got like Caesar W engine. He just wanted to use Lycon for like the Ice Res Shred, and he just wanted to use Caesar for the 15% all attribute anomaly res down on the Mindscape 1 that she had. So he's playing. He's testing out the damage of Yadari. How does he do it? He goes and fights the weekly boss variation of Dead End Butcher. That's how he tests like all of his characters, as far as I'm aware, and that's how he does it the whole time. And I'm trying to explain like how you're supposed to play Yadari. You know, you basically like are in neutral fighting game style, and you're supposed to prepare for a counter, whether that be while you're charging the hammer or while you're already spinning the hammer. And never use like EX special attack raw. Just let it happen naturally as a follow-up to the counter if there's any meter. And so he's trying to like use her, but he's not wrapping his head around it, because he bought Yadari. He got Yadari thinking that she would just be you just do the spin move and that's it. That's how she does damage, like just doing spins. So I asked him, can I play on your account, and can I go fight Wandering Hunter? So this is after he fights Wandering Hunter like 1 or 2 times and gets like maybe like 12 or 14k score on Wandering Hunter after 2 attempts. So I ask him, can I come over and play? So I plug my controller in, and I use his Yadari, his level 40 Lycon, and his M1 Caesar. And in one attempt, I get 32k with his own Yadari. I don't change anything. I don't change the discs. I don't change like the teammates. I use his Yadari, his Lycon, and his Caesar, and I get 32. And as he's watching me the whole time, he's like not wrapping his head around it. And then he goes back to trying it, and every time he's losing his mind, because he's not wrapping his head around like how to play her correctly. And like a minute goes by, and he doesn't even have like 3,000 points. And suddenly, like after like 5 or 6 attempts, he crashes out. He gets really upset because he got Yadari thinking that it would just be like this simple spin character, but in reality, not only is it like his character, but also his team is like very input heavy, like because you're supposed to be setting up and preparing for counters, but you also need to do parries, for with Lycon and Caesar to like build up stuns and like get the resistance shred off and stuff like that, and I'm just trying my hardest not to laugh as he's crashing out, because the entire time my brother's been playing ZZZ, he would never use defensive assists. He would never do it. He would only ever dodge. And so this is basically him getting his comeuppance for not learning such an integral mechanic to the game that he's decided to never use the entire time. And I'm just trying my best to hold in my laughter while he's crashing out. You think 2.5 is a good patch to return to the game? That's I mean, I don't really care about trying to tell people if 2.5 is a good point to return to the game or not. If you want to return to ZZZ, then a good patch shouldn't be your reason. It's because you want to play ZZZ again, in my opinion. When I started playing Wuthering Waves again, I didn't start playing Wuthering Waves again because a big patch was on its way. I started playing Wuthering Waves again because I wanted to play Wuthering Waves again, and I wanted to see what was changed, and I wanted to like see what I missed. Because I quit Wuthering Waves in 1.1, and I came back, I think like a week before the anniversary. I think it was version 2.2. Nothing was going on during that time, and I didn't even realize there was an anniversary on its way. I just wanted to pick the game up again and just kind of see what like all the fuss was about. And then I got a chance to play through between like, because I stopped after the Jinshi story, and then I did everything. The ZZZ story sucked dick. I will tell you right now. That was like so boring to sit through, but everything else was pretty good. Everything else was pretty good. I love Black Shores. I love Black Shores so much. I feel like he might represent a lot of people regarding Yadari, and you know what? That's the sad thing. That is a very unfortunate thing, Thorin. My only solution there, Thorin, is just to cross your fingers is that Yadari was like a low pull character, and there's not going to be like this massive wave of like projection about like how elitist and sweaty ZZZ is just because a small handful of people pulled a character that they weren't ready for. What? He's getting punished for not learning. Yeah, he wasn't using defensive assists. Was stagnating and people defending it. So I was actually writing the script for a Wuwa video before my shift was about to end, and I kind of stopped partway through because I don't really know if I really want to write the script. I don't know if I'm like if I know what I'm talking about or not. But I've just kind of like set that aside. I'm not really working on a script right now. I also just don't think it was really just worth talking about, in my opinion. I might change my mind about it, but I just wasn't feeling like writing a Wuwa video script. Partly because it would have definitely stirred the pot, because I was kind of going for that pot stirring. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been a good boy for the most part since I came back. I've not been stirring the pot, so I'd like it to keep going. But I will say, sometimes the old me just kind of comes out every now and then and just kind of whispers into my ear. Wouldn't it be fun to dip into this again? Content with your Limbus and your Chaos Nightmare. When I was away for 2 months, I did play some Limbus Company. I thought the characters were so cool, were so awesome, but man, I just could not wrap my head around the combat. Don't have any interest playing ZZZ right now, then don't return. Then don't return. Like I said, if you want to pick a game back up, you should want to pick a game back up for reasons beyond like them dangling like a specific character or a bunch of rewards in front of you. you should want to come back because you want to play the game again. Ideally. Since when were you stirring the pot? Don't care. Void, are we talking about like since I came back or like before I left? Because I was stirring the pot numerous times before I left. Make a video about EO? Which EO video? Because I was thinking about maybe talking about EO, specifically how EO was talking about branching out. But I don't know. I don't really know what's like video worthy about EO right now. Because only saw a few of your videos before you had 2 months off. So I'll give you the TLDR. I tried to make a video critiquing Wuthering Waves' endgame. But the thing is that I don't play Wuthering Waves' endgame, and I don't really care. Like, when I came back into Wuthering Waves, I touched the endgame once. And when I tried to critique it, I wasn't considering the fact that everything I was talking about in my Wuthering Waves endgame critique was all just my personal vibes and just how I felt about like systems of the game. So it got a bunch of negative pushback and coverage across like multiple creators and stuff and community members. Because there were at the time issues and still are with Wuthering Waves' endgame, but I was covering none of that, and to many, it just seems like I was distracting from like the actual topics at hand. And then, you know, there was like some stuff that happened on the side where people were starting to suggest like that Foxsoul might have had something to do with it, or that they were calling into question like who I should be loyal to, like this is some weird like high school drama. I didn't know how to properly react to it, so I crashed out in a response video. Yada, yada, yada. Were you the guy who made a video telling EO to chill out after the initial controversy? I don't know. There was quite a few people calling out EO at that time. But I don't think I was telling EO to chill out per se. So the 2 videos that I did that were by the way, I've had a private conversation with EO. We squashed the beef. I basically told EO in the private conversation that I did get very overly passionate in the 2 videos that I talked about him, because I just started my content creation career, and I was still kind of like riding that high of just kind of being in that environment. So I wasn't really putting much thought into like the repercussions of my coverage and stuff. So this is my second video ever. This is me talking about EO. This is me talking about EO, and this one up here is me responding to EO's comments. I still stand by everything I said in this video. And I stand by some of the stuff I stand in this video, but I definitely could have been far less aggro in this video. This was a very aggro video. Needlessly so, I think. Needlessly so. New raid in Stellasaur. My account in Stellasaur is not ready for any endgame whatsoever. It's not even ready. It's not even ready for like upper mid game or late game. At least you're all good, and that's the yep. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Content's been great. I've actually got in touch with a lot of ZZZ creators, and I'm having a great time. I'm getting connected. I am actually getting connected within the ZZC space, and it's nice for this to happen. can do normal mode with a level 40 record. So my highest characters is like 4 DPSs at level 40, and the supports are level 30, and I only have like 1 level 40 disc. I've been playing Stellasaur very casually. I've not really been like fixated on it. So should I try to do this on so what else is there? Should I give this a try? That's 100% more HP. Thorin, I would love to see Coletta get a buff. I would love to see Coletta get a buff. I think Coletta's fun, but I think like Coletta's kind of like awkward to play. If you're trying to like get her EX special off on like normal attack 2 or normal attack 4. I don't know if there's a reason. I don't know if there's a reason to use Coletta's skill on normal attack 2 or normal attack 4, or if you just want to use it off the rip. I haven't really done a lot of research on how to play Coletta correctly, and it shows if anybody watches me try to use Coletta. Okay. If I ever get around to it, then sure, yeah, I can. I might. Still haven't cleared max level Hollow Zero. I've only done max level. I've only done the max level of the older Hollow Zeros when Miyabi came out. That's the only time when I did it. I honestly don't know which one of these is even worth grabbing. So I just get this one, honestly. Days caused by all squad members is increased and non-malignant versions is increased. What's the pill do? Agent randomly draws 3 to 6 times for the following 6 buffs. I'll just save this one. Wishing you the best of luck, Pearl. On that bus. I'm not really a fan of playing Miyabi. I'm gonna be honest. That part of that could just be the Ellen Joe and me speaking and just kind of frustrated with what Miyabi has done to my Ellen Joe. What is this one? If you get launched no more, no, I can't do that one. General. Oh, these all kind of suck. I might just have to do this one. Let's do random. I mean, I still got to get the map cards, but this does not help me. This does not help me at all. That was a waste of a room. Oh yeah. Asthma. So there's more than one timer. Okay. Is there even a 5-star character in the game that has like a 5-star standard that has decent dupes beyond like dupe 1 and 2? Because if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of the standard S rank agents have like any good like dupes beyond 1 and 2. Alright, let's go this way. I think maybe Grace. That's about it. I'm just gonna take a shit ton of damage in a moment. Yep. Alright, that is unfortunate. Getting hit by a trash mob. Well, I know Coletta gets more damage, but Coletta's a stunner, and also she's like a launch day stunner. So is it really gonna be helpful? Multiplier, days, that one. I gotta get a health regen one. I gotta get a health regen one. I do not like it when it puts me in this arena. It's way too big, and the enemies are all the way over there. They're so spread out. Why don't you swap out a Vivian when she floats? I do. Trust me, I do. It's just Trust me, it's just trash mobs. It's just trash mobs. I don't have to play perfectly yet. Give me that one. Yeah, can we just let's be honest. At this rate, if ZZZ is just gonna have a cycle of relaunching itself like halfway through a game version, then the true 2.0 might as well just be 2.5. Let's be honest, guys. Okay, I'm glad I got this boss. This will be easy. This is absolutely my wheelhouse. Oh no. There is no reason to stay on Vivian. I'm just not playing optimally. 100%. Surely it won't backfire. Also, if I'm being entirely honest, if I die in like 1 or 2 hits, then maybe it's better to just sit and float with Vivian for just a second to just get a cope a feel for if it's safe to like swap to somebody. Because the last thing I want to do is swap at the wrong time and just lose somebody. Because most of the time, I actually quite frequently. All right, that was just my fault. I thought he was gonna wind up his arm a little bit more. That guy's got a big arm. Damn it. Yeah, everything past this point was a success. If I'm going to be entirely honest, I think the reason why multiplayer is coming out now is I think the ZZZ team might have recently made a breakthrough in like their coding or maybe like their back end design of the game that allows for them to now start working on co-op, which is why they announced it now. In my opinion, you don't just suddenly decide, okay, game's not in a good state, let's make co-op content. No, they probably eventually like found a way to implement co-op content. I can't see the big guy. Co-op has been planned. I mean, yeah. There's no way co-op hasn't been planned for a while. They've just been trying to figure out how to get it to work. Can you swing? Can you swing? Can you swing? Thank you. Nope, I'm not doing that. ZZZ gets co-op before GTA 6. You know what's funny is like maybe like almost a decade ago, the joke was to not say before GTA 6. The joke was like before Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 was the joke that people would use, or the meme people would use, is this happened before Kingdom Hearts 3, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and it was garbage. But now it's GTA 6. Some glimpses of it with the arcade. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. No. Arwen, you're absolutely right. It was Half-Life. It was Half-Life 3. It was Half-Life 3. I want that one. I need some healing. I don't want to be like. Did anybody see that article like years ago where I don't remember what it said, but I think it said like Valve was working on Half-Life 3, and then they saw like the negative reception that Mass Effect 3 got in like the early 2010s, and it kind of like made them hesitate on continuing work on Half-Life 3 just because of how badly the reception for Mass Effect 3 got. I don't remember if that was an actual article or not, but I swear it comes to mind. Full Astrid team. I gotta be honest. There's got to be a funnier team than 3 Astras. Surely. You know, I've heard the 3 Astra one a few times. How about there's got to be a funnier one? %of the Half-Life 2 is gone. Well, yeah, that's just bound to happen. There's no way like even like 20% of the Half-Life team is still here. 3 Miyabis? I gotta be honest. I'm with Fox on this one. I want to ban anybody that tries to use Miyabi. If I had it my way, you know what I'd love? I would love if ZZZ came out with a character that took your teammates' HP. So I could do what I could do what Taboru does in Arknights, the original Arknights, and just start killing teammates that he doesn't like. I will be the chaotic evil necessary to destroy all Miyabis. Same. No, yeah, I was talking about the 3 Lucys. And yeah, Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 are great. I think Mass Effect 1 is personally my favorite of the Mass Effect games. Oh. Chaotic hero. There was something that me and my brother did in like the in version 2 of Genshin when we got really bored, is we would start queuing into the weekly bosses for Raiden Shogun, and sometimes one of the harbingers, I can't remember, it's like the Crimson Witch lady that's dead after Inazuma when Raiden slashes her. But specifically the Raiden boss, we would go in and we would play with 2 other randoms and we would see how long the randoms would last. And there was so many randoms that would just die trying to do like the little attack where Raiden like shoots out a bunch of like circles you have to jump over. They would always die to those. It was so funny. And it was funnier is when people would deploy the Hu Tao and they die immediately because they had no health. There was something funny about it to the point where I started queuing against the Raiden boss with Beidou, and if everyone died, I would just solo the boss with Beidou. I've soloed the Raiden weekly boss with my teammate Zed. I've soloed her with Beidou. I've soloed her with Tartaglia. I've soloed her with Ningguang. Ningguang's really funny because Ningguang's like how fast she can shoot out her rocks means that you can get the barrier up. And because the rocks do geo damage, and Raiden is always like electrified the whole time, you can just keep picking up electro crystals to keep to tank like a couple hits. So yeah, Ningguang was also funny. Signora, thank you, Mikas. Dude, I loved using Ningguang. I would use a mono geo team with Ningguang, Zhongli, Yunjin? No, Yunli? Who's the opera singer? Is that shit? Is that Yinlin? Is Yinlin the opera singer? And that would run Albedo. That's who I would run, and I would just like do a lot of damage to bosses with just shooting Ningguang's projectiles. Navia's your main? Yeah. Something wrong with them. Yunjin Lin. No. I gotta make that video about Chinese nationalism in gacha games at some point. I will not elaborate on that. Thank you very much. Are they dead? They're dead. Where's he going? I won't elaborate. Alright? That one's gonna be one of the spicier ones that I will ever make. That will be a spicy one. I am not elaborating. I love the CCP. All right. That's a lot of reading. Can't wait to see 3 Hugos attempt to take that. No, wait. No, Hugo wouldn't. Hugo. So, as funny as Hugo sounds in multiplayer, it just wouldn't work because one person would eat the totalize and that's it. Like, Hugo sounds fun. Like, in the ideal world where you like 3 Hugos can get 3 totalizes off, that sounds hilarious. But it's just not gonna work that way, unfortunately. Chinese inspired, you lost interest. I have my own reasons. But let's just say there is some very clear glazing going on to the point where the story it comes at the cost of like the narrative. I don't know how I managed to get those dodges in time. Tower of Fantasy comes to mind. Or the nationalism? I gotta be honest. I quit when I picked Tower of Fantasy back up. My brother was playing, and he took me to the version 2 area. I can't remember the name of it. It was like Terra or something. It's like the desert with like the floating city with like that pyramid. There was so many black nucleuses in that damn city that you had to like go all over to grab. It like took 2 whole days for me and my brother to get all that shit. It was insane. I definitely think Tower of Fantasy absolutely took like the open world bloat to just a whole nother extreme. This one. I did see that Tower of Fantasy went MMORPG, but isn't that just like in China only? Oh, mix-up cat. It's not a lore thing. It is not. It's not gonna be a lore video. Let's just say that. November 25th is getting the global version. Wait, what? Nobody's talking about this. Okay. Maybe if I have time, I'll check it out. But will I get to play my Tsubasa again? I loved my Tsubasa. I loved my Tsubasa from Tower of Fantasy. Why are they just floating around? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ow! Ow! Okay, great. Only Ethan covers it? Yeah. I would expect only nobody to cover it. How the hell does a Thanatos rob a bunch of Bangaboos? Okay, what the hell was that? Alright, this might get annoying. Give me a second, I gotta lock in for this. Maybe I should just focus the Thanatos. It's not like the projectiles are gonna do that much damage to me, are they? Where'd he go? Come on, come on, come on. Nope. I just ate a hit there. Damn it. You gotta be kidding me. Do I have a way to heal? Bruh, he just keeps TPing out of my damage. No? Shooting me? don't want to do this, if I'm being honest. Bruh, this bastard just is not dead. I hit the button. I hit the button. I hit the button. How is DNA? I haven't played DNA. You came to the wrong chat if you're asking me about DNA. I'm actually not interested. It looks okay. It looks okay, but I'm just not feeling it. No thanks. I'm not interested. I'm actually not interested. I gotta be honest. I don't mind Thanatos as a boss. I actually happen to like Thanatos as a boss. I think Thanatos is manageable, but this is just kind of annoying right now. No, yeah, Pearl. I don't know why they decided to keep the jets in the ultimate. Like, yeah, it's consistent, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'll tell you that. Can you? I don't want Vital View right now, if I'm being honest. They gotta do something about Vital View. Oh my bitch. I'm just gonna for a second. Stop shooting my bunny. Okay, great. Finally, we got him. I mean, it's great and all that we now have a gacha, that we now have a game that does away with like gacha for characters and weapons and stuff, and seems to be a lot more lax with like character grinding. But I just wish the game looked. I just don't think the game looks all that good. By the way, I am consistent with this mindset. If Anata comes out and it's dog shit, then rip Anata as well. So I'm hoping it's good. You know, I'm hoping it's not all a pump fake. And you know, if DNA, I don't know if I want to do this battle. I don't know if I want to do this battle. What am I getting out of it? I don't want that one. I'll just take this one and leave. If Do It Night Abyss is successful, then eventually, you know, it could get really good. So, you know, hopefully. I want to fight Typhoon Destroyer and Deadly Assault. I really like fighting. Okay. I am a big Typhoon enjoyer. He's very simple, but very effective and very fun. Alright? He just tries to punch the shit out of you, and then you have to get ready to parry. What's not to love? Okay, you just, alright, she's dead. Alright, let's try that again. Jeez. She just got Adam Smashered there is what just happened. She just got Adam Smashered right there. How did I... Okay. I hit the button. Was I not close enough? I'm getting... This is bullshit. Please, just make this easy for me. Can I even... What the fuck? Okay, Jesus. Can I... I don't remember if Typhoon has anything you can parry before he does the 3 leaps at you. But this is annoying. Why? Okay, there we go. You know what? Just... Nothing you can parry. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I won't try to parry anything. I'm just gonna try and just sit through as many ult frames as possible. Why aren't you doing? Okay, he's just walking at me. You fire. All right. Buddy? Are you gonna fire your rockets? Okay, I guess he's just not interested in trying to punch me anymore. Shut up, zombie. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. He's almost dead. See? See? Not a problem. I should not have grabbed that ability. That ability is not that good. I think I might want this one. Okay. Hey, I got it. I got it. I got it. All right. He's dead. She may, after her umbrella smash attack ends. I have nobody. I've been playing more Gacha Slop than a game I paid some dollars. I was kind of interested in Borderlands 4, but then I saw like the talk about the performance. It's like I'm so sick of like modern video games like being a minefield you have to walk through in terms of like performance. So I just gave up on even considering that as an option. I don't know which one of these I should be using anyway. I forgot that released already. Yeah. I'm going this way. I played Borderlands 3 on launch on PC. The performance was okay for me, but I never really finished the game. I picked it back up and did a playthrough with my brother. We had a lot of fun doing it. There was a lot of dumb shit that happened in our playthrough of Borderlands 3. And one of the things that would always happen is that when we would both get our own separate cars, I would always find some stupid way to get my car fucking blown up. And the other thing that would happen is that I found the gunnerang 3 times during my playthrough, and twice I've blown myself up the moment I pick it up and just throw it and just reload it for the meme, and it kills me. The second time I found another gunnerang out in like a desert area with our cars, I reloaded it just for the meme, and it curves around and blows my car up, and my brother is dying laughing for the next 5 minutes. Not joking. I hate that weapon. This one. I have bad jujus with the gunnerang. Oh yeah, Pearl. I recently started playing the finals again. It was fun for a little bit, but I kind of lost interest after a little while. People, competitive shooters are just really sweaty nowadays. It's just kind of hard to really just kind of ease up. Shield, crit. That's useless. Energy range is not really a problem. I don't. Sure, why not? It can't be that bad. Okay, I just got a tag skill. That's not good. Okay. There's no healing. There's not even. Oh, I should have used a shop. Oh, that's not good. I'm just sitting on 3K for no reason. All right. How bad can this be? Specifically Splatoon of the Files. I played a lot of Splatoon. I have every Splatoon amiibo behind me, and I got level 100 on every Splatoon 3 battle pass. Which, by the way, not fun to do. That will be the last time I ever do every single battle pass in a competitive shooter. That was not fun. Splatoon might have had the fastest battle pass to level up ever. That doesn't mean I didn't have fun doing it. That's the right choice, right? I didn't have fun. It was a lot of needless grind, and it definitely what was the worst part about grinding the battle pass in Splatoon is how badly salmon run enjoyers, myself included, would just get fucked with just really bad progression in the battle pass. What's my favorite idol? Pearl. Okay. I have a feeling the Wandering Hunter is not a fan of Pearl. God damn it. Try that again. I have 100% every single player in Splatoon. That for sure. I went out of my way to buy what the hell is it? It's a Wii U. It's a Wii U. It's behind me. I bought a Wii U in like the late 2010s just to play Splatoon 1. Great purchase. Expensive as hell. No, don't under normal circumstances never do that. But I enjoy Splatoon 1. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, the best DLC I've played in a video game. Barring none. I can't think of any maybe Torna the Golden Country for Xenoblade 2 is like a close contender, but I can't think of another game that had such a good DLC expansion. Okay, you're not. Let's just get. Let's just get it done. All right, zombie, you're just being a shitter right now. I don't have to do anything This is a waste of an ult. I should have held this, but I just want him to stop. I just want him to stop for just a second so I can get my bearings. I just want to get my bearings. Oh yeah, Pro. There is a lot of Splatoon talk. It is kind of hard to read all that. Physical res. Look, even with the physical res, I think I could still probably be able to kill him faster than Miasma Priest. So here we are. Also, I feel more comfortable fighting this guy than I do Miasma Priest. Ow. Come on. I just need you to back off for a second. I need a parry. I need a parry. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something. No, I got this. I got this. There's no way I don't got this. Come on, come on. I'm running out of resources. Oh, come on, please. I don't need a parry right now. I'm not gonna be able to clear this. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not gonna be able to clear it. I've got nothing. I can't do this. There's no fucking way. Bruh. Oh my god. There's no fucking way I can't actually clear this because of... What are my buffs? What are my buffs? This is dog shit. This is dog shit. I'm not going to be using a basic attack. This is dog shit. Unless this is automatic. Unless this is automatic from like our aftershocks. Chain. This is dog shit. I'm not getting any crit. I don't think this is worth it. This honestly was a waste. I'm not taking that many hits in this fight. I'm not even level 4 with these. Oh, no, you gotta be shitting me. I'm not level 4 with these. Oh, fucking. Let's try that again. Swap cancel is the answer. Alright. Alright. Okay. You know what? I probably should have picked an Alice buff. I don't know why. I just think the general light buffing is just easier for me to understand. There's a lot of reading involved. I'm not a reader sometimes. All right, we got the barrier down. We got the barrier down really quickly. All right, all right. Dump, 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 dump. Just dump it. 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 Just press the buttons like an insane person. that was a waste of a special. I did not have to use 2 there. Okay, we I don't know really. I gotta be honest. I've kind of gotten away with just pushing buttons on these kind of teams. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I do not know. Maybe I should have gone with the priest. Maybe I should have gone with maybe I should have just gone with the priest. It is Ether Week, and I made the decision not to go with the Ether Week for reasons I don't. This is honestly a waste to do right now. Get out of the air. I need a parry. What's my time? 1 minute? Maybe? Just keep dumping? Just keep dumping? You got it! God damn it. God damn it. Guys, is this even worth it? Is it worth it? Try again with a different team. Try priest. Fuck. Do I have a revive? Oh, no, I do. Wait. Do something? Dude, I can't see it. I'm afraid. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. God damn it. Spent 4 hours on a boss in P5X? P5X. I only played like P5X for like 3 days. I'm playing for like 3 days. Funny seeing me struggle? Well, guess what? You don't get to see another moment of me struggling, bitch. I know when to quit. I know when to call it throwing a towel. I'm not that stupid. I'm not throwing a Hugo at a brick wall, like the kids say. I can't get this candy back in the cake. Was I not using the Bangaboo? Was I not using the Bangaboo? On the chain attack? You know what I need to do? I gotta pull that M6 Ellen. I gotta get that M6 Ellen if I want to hunt this Wanderer. That's what I gotta do, boys. That's what I gotta do. Butler? Cutler just gives energy and throws a pancake. Alright. Well, that sucked. That sucked. Okay. Energy for all characters? I don't know. I don't know. There's always next time. There's always next time. Run it up on Priest? I don't what hold on, what time is it? 11:15? I don't know if I want to do another one right now, you know? It's kind of pretty long, you know? How long was I doing that? Was I doing that for like 40 minutes? Hold on. I have the YouTube. How long was I doing that for? Yeah, 40 minutes. I don't know if I have it in me for another 40 minutes if I'm big. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry at all. It's no. Ever since I started working full time, and I have my lunches at around like 3 or 4 p.m. I come home and I'm not hungry. Like I might have a snack or two, but I honestly I could just go without the snack. And sometimes it might even better for me to just go without the snack, because I've been having some digestion issues lately. That's kind of making it hard for my chest kind of feels tight at times. So it's honestly better if I just go without eating for like the last 4 hours of the night before I have to go to bed. But I don't know. I feel kind of like mentally tuckered out after like going through that for about 40 minutes. I don't think I have it in me to go again for another 40 minutes. Just to see if something different happens. I'm more than willing to give it another shot again on stream like another time, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Bangaboo are pretty useful when you panic and cannot parry. You're talking about the Bangaboo ability where you press like the button. Okay, yeah. I don't know, maybe. I gotta be honest. I've like never used the Bangaboo ability in Hollow Zero. I always thought it was just a waste of time. I didn't see the value in it. Maybe I should start looking into it, but yeah. Yeah. Do I even have discs ready for? Hold on. Let's just pop a couple of these for a second. I don't have discs ready for dial-in, so I'm holding a few right now. That's garbage. Crashed. That's bad. That's bad. Everyone talks about how bad like the UI is in Everyone talks about how bad the UI is in Zenless Zone Zero. I don't feel it. If we're talking about this pause menu, like sure, I guess it doesn't conform to like the bar on the right side with like the icons just like in rows, but I have a controller. I always just go by the hotkeys. Like I either go by the hotkeys at the top right or on this radial menu. Like I've never done it the other way around. I don't understand why people would play gacha games on specifically PC and on controller. I don't know why people like would play these games for so long, like every day, and they don't start like using the hotkeys. Like you mean to tell me you're not going to press F4 or sorry, not F. People don't pull that off. You tell me you're not going to like use like the F keys to like get to the important stuff? Like you're telling me you're going to press escape. And then you're gonna move your mouse down to, well, it's gone now. It was here at one point. It's gone now. But let's say the compendium was still here. You're gonna pause the game. You're gonna click compendium. Like no. Or worse, you're somebody who's gonna hold down Alt and then get the cursor out and then click compendium. You can't. It's F2. Like F2. Like come on. I will say, what I actually don't like about this game's UI that I see no one ever talking about, but to be fair, this is an issue with every gacha, is just trying to find the characters based on their portraits. Because sometimes I'll just be scrolling through here and I just can't seem to find the person I'm looking for. I think it might be slightly worse with ZZZ with like the stylized like angle of the menu. So it's not as straightforward as like a square-sized portrait. So like if I'm ever like looking for Caesar, I'm probably gonna lose her. Like she's in the middle here, but every time like I scroll down, it's like I've probably missed her. I don't know what the sorting system for it is in this game, but even when favoriting characters, like it's not like how is this sorted? I've got 6 characters here favorited. It's not alphabetical because Astriel is down here, and I guess it's not acquisition rate either because Trigger is over here. Like if it was newest character, Trigger would be up here. If it was first character, Ellen would be down over here. Like I don't understand the sorting for this game. And then you look at my defaults and you've got Zhu Yuan here. Like she was an early character I got, and her name starts with Z. And then you've got Evelyn over here. Like I don't get it. It makes no sense. Miyabi's just sitting in the middle here. I'm surprised. I am surprised that. Hold on. If I unfavorite all the characters, where are these 6 going to move in my UI? Where are they going to move? The 5 of them stay here, and Ellen gets thrown down here. Man, fuck you, Hoyo. Fuck you. All right. She gets to go back up there. All right. You know what? Screw it. If these 5 are going to stay up here, then Ellen gets to be up here like she deserves on my account. Like, fuck you. They hate on my girls so much. What was it doing? Use rates? I use Ellen all the time. And if we're talking about use rates, my least used character is Zhu Yuan. If it was use rates, she would be all the way down here. I would go as far to say that I use some of these like launch day characters more than Zhu Yuan. I got lucky on my Zhu Yuan, and I pulled her in like 50 to 60 pulls, and I got her W engine like a 10 or 20 pull. I got really lucky with my Zhu Yuan. But boy, did I not pull a Chingy to support her. And I know you can like wheelchair her with like Nicole and Astriel, but every time I've tried, it just doesn't feel right to me. So I've just kind of given up on that. I've just given up on that at all. I kind of wish I pulled Orphe, if I'm being honest. I don't want Lucia. Yadori's not going to be of any use to my account. Not a fan of Yijuan. Jafufu, I think it's a bit too late for me to get Jafufu. I want Ambi. And I think it's too late for Lighter. I think it is unfortunately too late for Lighter. And I don't want Seed. So honestly, just Ambi, really. I'll take Ambi. Orphe's kind of like a maybe. I will take an Ambi rerun, if I'm being entirely honest. I will absolutely grab myself an Ambi. Yeah, I want an Ambi. I want to play around with Ambi. I want Ambi. My Haramasa has been far more trouble than he's been worth. Does he have decent discs that I can just rip off of him and put on? That's crit rate. That's not that bad. That's pretty good. Does Ambi even want the Branch of Blade song? That's terrible. That's terrible. Ah, whatever. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to start wrapping up the stream. Was there anything anyone wanted to ask me before I wrap things up here? Oops. Dylan I thought Dylan was physical. Did more information come out for Dylan or something? Sable was crit. Oh, I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out another time. Thought on the Ellen buffs. We haven't seen. So, as far as I'm aware, the only thing I've seen about the Ellen buff was the initial wave of buffs where it looks like she's getting like a stacking crit damage bonus. which is nice. If there's anything else about Ellen, I don't know yet. If there's anything else about the second Ellen buff, aside from just the stacking crit damage bonus, I don't know. I already said before. That I am gonna M6 my Ellen, and depending on how strong this pen ratio buff is, I could honestly use her as like a pseudo rupture character. Obviously it's not like true ignore defense, all defense, but I could maybe like try to skirt by on rupture content with Ellen with the pen ratio. I have also been playing around with the idea if I want more copies of Deep Sea Visitor. How do you... There we go. Specifically because if I get more copies of Deep Sea Visitor, then the crit rate goes up, and I can build more into crit damage. Ice damage is nice. I'm sure somebody in the chat right now is gonna ask me why I'm not pulling Hugo W engine. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't care if you think I'm retarded. I probably am. If I were to invest in my Ellen beyond Mindscapes, it would probably just be more Deep Sea Visitor, right? What does hold on? What does the Hugo W engine do anyway? I might as well double check. Myriad Eclipse increases crit damage when using an EX special attack, chain attack, or ultimate to deal ice damage that gains the absolute 0 sentence. Character ignores 25% of the enemy's defense. I see. What's the secondary stat for Deep Sea? Crit rate. So it's crit rate upon crit rate is Deep Sea Visitor. I'm going to be honest. I think building crit damage. Is far more easier. So I would rather the crit rate. I think building crit rate in this game is actually really annoying. I think crit damage is so much easier to build. So this would be much easier. Now Hugo's W engine does look like it has some crit rate, but I want more. Second to third best W engine in the game. Yeah, probably. But I've never been one to make smart decisions if people are telling me to use the Hugo W engine over this. People have already been brute forcing rupture. Yeah, but I want to brute force it. I want to brute force it more. You know, if I'm not gonna pull any rupture agents, I want to really make sure I don't need to pull a rupture agent, because I'm not feeling rupture right now. There's no character out right now that speaks to me rupture wise. Was there anything else anybody wanted to ask me before I close things out for the night? Because otherwise, I'm gonna be wrapping it up in a moment. Nope. All right, you watched the dev talk? No, I haven't watched the dev talk. I've just been going off of the tech stuff. I've been busy with work and putting together and like working on videos and scripting and stuff. Okay, all right. I think we're good here. I'm gonna wind down for the remainder of the night before I need to take my rest. It's been nice chatting with y'all. Hope you have a nice night, and I will see you another time. Bye bye.